Well, I'm sitting here entering the Forbidden City, and this is just so cool. Sometimes I have to remind myself of how fortunate I am to travel around the world, see all these cool places and do this stuff, because really what I'm about to show you is just stuff that dreams are made of. Wow. Well, I'm doing my tour here in Beijing, and one of the things that I realized right away when you come to Beijing, you can do this without a guide, but really there's so much history here that I really highly recommend a guide. And I got my guy here, Charlie.
You know, here was an off-limit to the commoners for nearly 500 years. It used to be the imperial palace. Here, not only you can enjoy a large collection of the imperial, relics from the old times, but also like a wonderful museum of Oriental architecture. Yeah, so much to learn about the Chinese history and culture.
The Forbidden City is everything that I had hoped it would be. This really was an excellent place to come and spend several hours. You could easily spend an entire day here and not get bored. There's so much to see here. And it's one of the problems when you come to a city like Beijing and you have limited time, is you got to try to see as much as possible. But I would highly recommend that if you can give yourself a full day here in the Forbidden City, it's definitely worth it. Throughout Beijing, wherever you go, you're going to find Hutongs. Essentially, these are small neighborhoods scattered throughout the city. And this is the single best way to get a feel of what Chinese life is like here in Beijing. There's several different ways that you can see the Hutongs. You can take pedicabs, you can rent a bicycle, but for me, the best thing is just to simply get out and start walking around and get yourself lost. One of the things about exploring the Hutongs here in Beijing is there's many different Hutongs. And the ones I just came from was the local Hutongs. And that's where you get the real flavor of what Beijing is all about. The one I'm walking down here now, this is really more set up for tourists. And as you look around, there's all these shops, and they're selling stuff that are being made to sell to the tourists. Either way, whether you walk down a local Hutong or walk down the tourist Hutongs, it really gives you the flavor of what I feel Beijing is all about, and it really is an incredible way to explore the city. So continuing my journey around here in Beijing, I've now made my way to the Summer Palace. And really, after walking around the Forbidden City in Tiananmen Square, to come out here and to feel the tranquility that I'm feeling here right now, I understand now why the Emperor would make such an effort to come and spend his summers here. It's definitely 10 degrees cooler than it is in town, and it's just a nice place to come and relax. Even though there's a lot of crowd here, it still has a tranquility that you don't feel anywhere else in Beijing. The beauty here, the architecture, this really is a fantastic place to end my day, my tour here in Beijing.